what was some of the things, if you could have done differently to have a more, let's say, like a closer connection with that woman? If you feel like there's been any kind of misconnections, what was some of the things that you could say now, looking at yourself now, that you would have done differently to show that woman that, you know what, like, I am interested in you, or I appreciate what you're doing, or I'm looking to build with you? Because sometimes I feel like with guys, like, we're in a moment where, like, we may really, really be into this woman, but we kind of, you know, we missed the mark.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. So, yeah, yeah, I definitely understand what you're saying.
Yeah.
So you're saying, like, basically what I could have done?
Yes.
So, like, with me, I think, and I'm a big critic. You know, I like to self-reflect on everything. So,
yeah,
I think my biggest issue was, like, just allowing the woman to actually connect. Because, like, it just, the fear was for me. You know, it was like, I met some awesome girls, but it's like, I'm the type of guy, like, it was all on me because I was fearing them connecting or whatnot.
With
so
you.
It's like, yeah, with me.
Yeah.
And it's like, it wasn't so much of them because I done met some amazing girls, but I never was that guy like, hey, I'm going to run them down or blase, or I got to chase this girl. But, like, I look back at one girl, I'll say that, you know, was probably brought so much to the table for me.
Right.
You know, and I look back like, dang, she probably could have been the one that I could have really built with and have some substance, some sustainable.
Yeah.
Versus, and hey, she's so cute and all that kind of stuff. But I look back and said, like, hey, if I had allowed her to connect to me, or I would for her to connect to me, but more like me to open the doors for her, it could have probably been even more.
Damn,
you know,
that's real. That's real,
yeah,
bro.
So I think, you know, more on my behalf of what it was.
That's real. That's real. Like, and you know what? Like, I appreciate you for even saying that, because like a lot of cats wouldn't even be like, they wouldn't even be that honest with themselves, like, to come out and say that.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
When do you think that changed? Because I see you telling me that now, right? When do you think the moment came for you where like the kind of like the light bulb clicked and you was like, damn, you know what? I missed a good one. Like, I should have been doing this. Like, is that something that happened like as of recent, or is that something that you came across like right after the relationship with her?
And I think I always kind of knew it, to be honest, bro. But it's more like as I sit back and just having a conversation with just other girls.
Yeah,
they may blase, but I realized it beforehand. And it was more like just communicate with other girls. Be like, man, your conversation is whack.
Yep.
You know.
Yep.
Like.
Yep.
You know, it's about business and all that. I need someone. You know, it's not about just, hey, I got somebody cute at home, but, you know, relate on different levels or whatnot. Because I felt like, man, this girl probably would have helped my business, like just help me grow as a person. Not to bring business into the conversation, but just help me grow as a person.
Yeah,
you know,
that's important.
Just sweet as Kimmy. And it was more like, man, I was just allowing myself to hold back so much because I'm like, you know, I'm not in a position right now. My mind is not there. I don't want to be like, I'm going to ride this wave with her. And then I'm the type of person like, like, dang, if I can't see myself with her forever, I don't want to just waste her time.
You're not going to invest.
Yeah, not going to invest. And I still look at it like, man, you know, I told her, like, anything you need in life, I'm not going to change that for you. But,
right,
you know, different stuff, and, you know, different people bring out the different in each person.
Absolutely.
And, like, realize it after I, you know, just had communication with conversation with other females, and them not even having that something to talk about, or are they looking for a sugar daddy almost?
Right,
like
right, yep.
Yeah.
Why do you think that is? Like with the fellas, like, why do you think it's hard for us to do that? Like to really like open ourselves up and to give a woman your true self?
Man, it's so much, bro. You know what I'm saying? You can talk about like childhood trauma. You can talk about the stereotype of a man and all that kind of stuff. Because like from yay high, we're always told that, you know, men don't cry, men ain't emotional.
Yep, suck it up.
It can be a whole bunch of stuff, you know what I'm saying, balled into, you know, whatever. And like with me personally as a man, you know, I try not to let one experience from each female I have dated or we had history together to affect the next one. Because all women or all females are quite different.
Yes, they are. Yeah. Yeah, listen, man, like you preaching to the choir, man. Like, society doesn't really want men, especially black men, to be expressive about their feelings. Yeah. Or vulnerable, or show any kind of insecurity. Yeah. You know what I mean? And it's harder for you to express those things, to show those things, especially when you in a circle with other men who ain't with it. Yeah. Because if you in a group and all your boys, if they behave this way and you're really not on that type of time, it's kind of hard for you to just come out and like be your true self because you're in fear of being ridiculed. Yeah, that's true. You know what I'm saying? Like you're in fear of being judged. So like now that you know that, all the time has passed, right? What would you say are like some of the things that you're going to do differently like this time around when it comes to, you know, like building with the new woman in your life?
So like what I learned from that, you know, and like I always say, it's like, you know, as you get a certain age and all that kind of stuff, a man that's in a phase where he's ready to give a female his all, you know, he ain't looking for nobody that he has to chase, you know what I'm saying? Because, you know, I've been in a phase in life where you feel like, oh, I need this is the woman I love, but deep down, you know, it's not compatible. Right. Different is more like looking at, instead of just being like the outer appearance of a female, being more in appearance, like what she values. That's right, principles. And like not just throw a curveball and things. Like I tell anybody, I believe in vibes or whatever. But like some people take it to another level, like vibe. But every day you're gonna be at a low frequency or whatever with one another. But the thing is how can y'all still yield great results? Have progress together. Absolutely. Yeah, I agree. I agree 100% because like you said, sometimes you might be at a low. Yeah. Sometimes you might be at a low and you have to, it's interesting because you got to be with the right person to see you for who you really are. And she will be able to take that and say, you know what? I'm not going to take that personally. This is just something that he's going through. So let me play my position. Be here to support him in the way that he needs to be supported. Step to the side, you know, whatever I need to do, and then he'll come back. Because like I'll tell you, for me, like personally, like this is how I am. If I'm going through some shit, or like I'm upset with my lady, we just went through something, whatever, I need time to myself. Yeah. I need time to myself to process the conversation. Because like I'm an intellectual, like I think about shit and I overthink shit sometimes, but I need time to be to myself, right? Remove myself from the situation. I'm still here, but I'm more so like in my own head. Yeah. So I take that time, I process it, and then I come back and I have another conversation with her. Yeah. Sometimes the conversation is productive. Sometimes it's not. And then I got to go back and do the same thing. But I say all that to say that, like, there's a difference between being in isolation and being in solitude. Yeah. You get what I'm saying? So me just needing like solitude for the moment, I know I'm going to come right back to her. Mm-hmm. I know it's just temporary.
But me isolating myself and like just being in a whole nother area and be like, yo, I'm not fucking with you at all. That's not something that I want to do.
Yeah.
Because it's going to come across the wrong way. And it's going to show you like, yo, you know what? Every time we go through something, this dude wants to run.
Yeah.
Every time we have a tiff, he want to run away. Every time we have an argument or a disagreement, right? Because that's the thing. A lot of people think about arguments as disagreements. I mean, disagreements as arguments. But every time we want to go through something, he running. And that's not the case. I think that with a lot of men, women kind of get it like they get it misconstrued. It's that we just need some space to compartmentalize things and figure out our own feelings in that.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean that we don't want to be with you.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean that we don't love you still. It just means that men just tend to think things through differently.
Yeah.
And it took me a while to get to that place.